So gehst du nun, mein Jesu, hin, den Tod für mich so leid.
The Schemelli Gesangbuch, it's a songbook of pietistic texts. It's devotional. The man in the title, he is, I think, a lawyer, but he compiles this book with an enormous number of songs, nearly 1,000, on moral improving texts. The connection with Bach is through his son, who in the mid-1730s spent a couple of years in the Thomasschule. Perhaps the younger Schemelli was a promising musician, was therefore able to persuade Bach, with the aid of his father, that he could contribute something. And Bach would have seen this as a worthwhile cause, because he would have been contributing, as he saw it, to a greater theological and moral good by helping this publication along, by offering his help with its musical part.
Ach, sind du schrecklich lange Gift, wie weit kannst du es bringen?
The tunes are by no means always by Bach, but Bach always adapts them if necessary to make sure that they're proper for their text, so he will amend something slightly. And he always supplies a bass line, and generally figures as well, so that a competent musician in the home would be able to arrive at an appropriate harmony. Actually, it's between the first two notes.
Ich,
Okay, ja.
Herr Jesu.
Dit is de muziek. Kan je op verschillende manieren harmoniseren. Je kunt doen A klein. Of je kunt een sextakkoord nemen. Wat beter is, denk ik. En dan kun je ook nog voorhoudingen inbouwen, waardoor het wat rijker wordt. Ja, bijvoorbeeld. Ja, en verder is nog de vraag altijd in welke positie speel je. Je kunt wat laag blijven als het zachter is, bijvoorbeeld. Bijvoorbeeld als begeleiding. Of juist boven de solostem uitgaan. En als je dat een beetje varieert, ja, dan krijg je steeds een andere kleur. Hopelijk sluit dat dan aan bij wat de zanger doet, hè, of afhankelijk van de tekst.
And a happy minor chord, because he's very happy to be a perpetual Dino. Yes, I mean, we could even do Tears to Piccadilly. Yeah. All of these songs, they have a storytelling thing to them, and some of them go on for a long time. The fact is that they had more time for things that we might consider just take too long. It's a condition of modern life that we have all sorts of bits and pieces that take chunks out of our time. And in those days, of course, they took their worship very seriously anyway, hence the Sunday worship going on for the whole morning. And so to spend, let us say, most of a quarter of an hour on a serious song but which had a tale to tell, it was a trivial amount compared with, say, the Norse sagas. I think it must turn itself into a sort of meditation after a while, that it just sort of runs through your head, and maybe you think about the specific verse you're hearing, and maybe you think about something related, and then you come back to it as a listener. As the performer, you have to think about what you're doing. But for anybody else, I think there's a more dreamy, meditative aspect to it. If you get through 5 very long songs rather than 25 short ones, and then your candle runs out and it's time to go to bed, that's kind of okay, because you don't have so much clutter in your brain. So much of music making is performing what are sort of seen as the great pinnacles, but the other music has its place in things as well. And a musician of Bach's stature, he takes a tune and it's it is just a tune. It's not a sort of famous aria that would be sung by some great singer somewhere. And he does something interesting with it. He sets it very carefully to the words that he has. He harmonises it very beautifully. And actually to make a story out of that, that surely should be at the heart of any singer's work. And if you can't tell a story of a strophic song and make the text live, then you have some more learning to do. Well, we all have more learning to do, but perhaps some more learning.